Hi, my name is Laurits. I'm an exchange student from Denmark, and I've been lucky to be a part of the Management 5050 course for the last 11 weeks. And this video will be about my reflections on what I've learned throughout these weeks. So I think the experience that had the largest impact on me was probably when we were introduced to the Juukan Gorge disaster and how Rio Tinto just blasted these traditional people's caves in Western Australia. It taught me a lot about how not to behave ethically sound by companies, and how not to take into consideration people will definitely harm businesses in today's society. Um, we were shown these short videos of traditional people who had their historic sites blasted away, which actually had quite a large emotional impact on me, but I would say, but also a learning impact, since it was a great case to study in regards to stakeholder management. And this was a great example of how solely taking profits as the goal will not be effectful for companies today, but a larger perspective needs to be taken to behave ethically sound. Of course, this experience largely relates to stakeholder theory, which is a topic we've been discussing a lot in the course. And this Juukan Gorge disaster just taught me a lot about how people solely focusing on financial gains will miss a lot, and will not thrive in a world as we have today, and that stakeholders need to be taken into consideration. So we're introduced to these videos by Tracy Wilcox that talks about stakeholder theory and how to behave in stakeholder theory, and that companies need to take a more holistic approach, so they don't just solely focus on shareholders, but also take stakeholders and a wide range of stakeholders into consideration, and that companies need to take their motives, their values, and their stakes of these groups into consideration in today's world. And this is a core responsibility of businesses also to consider these power imbalances between groups when making business decisions on what to do. And she actually states, Wilcox, that if they don't do so, it will have large consequences. And I believe Juukan Gorge is a great example of that not taking into consideration stakeholders can ruin your business. We also was introduced to the 7-step ethical decision step model, which also takes into consideration stakeholders and power imbalances, which I believe is a great tool for business people to use when they're in front of a business decision. On a more general level, I would say that my thoughts or my behavior has changed quite a bit throughout the course because of the learnings I've had. I now believe that I'm much more prone to take into consideration a wide range of people when I make decisions, and I generally think a lot about how my decisions impact other people, which I believe is something I learned from this course. And I think that just in general, one of the greatest insights I had is that we need to take into consideration people and not just profits to have a great world. And I believe stakeholder theory is like the essence of that we need to take into consideration these groups of people for businesses to thrive. Finally, if I have to reflect a bit on the feedback I got throughout the course, I really tried to utilize the feedback from the memo in the second assignment, the report, and I tried to see this feedback as a part of my learning journey and as a part of me learning even more throughout the course, and try to actually sit down and look at the feedback and actually reflect upon it and then use it in my second assignment. And as a learner, I just think I've grown a lot. I'm much more, I think I have a better growth mindset now. I'm much more prone to feedback. I in the past I struggled a bit with feedback, but I now believe that I actually see the value of feedback and incorporating feedback into my assignments. So I think I've definitely changed throughout the 10 weeks in regards to a growth mindset. So yeah, I believe I've just changed a lot as a person, and I've been thankful to be a part of the course. And these were kind of my reflections. So thank you for listening, and have a great day. Goodbye.